Welcome, everyone, to the ultimate game in the college football season. Everything has built to this, the battle for the national championship and college football immortality, a moment that every young football player grows up dreaming about. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment, the battle for that precious trophy. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the Utah State Aggies, taking on a team from the AAC, the South Florida Bulls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And this is it. 2 teams enter, 1 team leaves here as national champions. Let's get this going. Here we go with the kickoff. This is it, the ultimate game in college football, national championship at stake. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner is brought down. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And they'll run it with the draw play. And it'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
They're just trying to establish the run. There's not much there, but give credit to that defensive line and those linebackers attacking the line of scrimmage to negate any chance at all.
Getting set. Here's second down. Looking to throw. It's Warner. Receiver makes the grab. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. You pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
On the opening drive, they face a tough 3rd and 7 here. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Makes a quick catch. The gain is not enough for first down, so it brings up a 4th and short. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
Timeout, Utah State.
Oh, a big decision here very early. They're going to go for it on their own side of the 50 on the first possession. 4th down catch to the right. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Man, that's got to be deflating for this defense. They had this offense right where they wanted, and then they come up with a 4th down conversion with that pass.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Dropping back. It's Warner. Finds his target, and it's complete. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Love to see the short passing game as a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable and allows you to see how the defense is reacting. That can open up for other things later on.
A completion sets up a second down play. Looking to throw yet again. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down. Offense right to the line, cranking up the tempo. On third down, he drops to throw. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
There are a lot of times when you see a sack like this, you got to give a lot of credit to the coverage downfield. I don't think the quarterback really felt good about anybody being open, so he held the ball just a little bit too long and allows the defense to come up with the first sack of the game.
With the return, it's Smith. Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. And they finally stop him, but he found a nice lane in that return. Puts the start of the drive in good position. Now the offense is set up with a short field. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, this is what I'd love to see from the defense is the linebackers are scraping doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. It's a short completion to the big tight end. Football comes out. Looks like the offense able to recover it there. The Bulls will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up. Can he make it to the marker? And they pick up the first down. Tackled at the 25. Offense right to the line, playing with tempo now.
Well, that's a good, hard, tough running there to get that first down to keep this drive alive. Early in this game, the offense really asserting themselves. They're not thinking about a field goal. They're trying to put this ball in the end zone.
Receivers are bunched together. Looking to pass, it's Brown. The pass rush closing in. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. That's reeled in. It's Brown. The defense wraps him up quickly. Got about 5 yards on the completion, but now it's fourth down.
On third downs like this, you can only allow completions in front of you as long as you can protect the sticks. And that's what the defense did here. They knew where the sticks were, and they were able to make the tackle short of the line.
And it's good. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. The returner is brought down. What's to start with the next drive? And the Aggies offense is back on the field now. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Receiver makes the catch. And look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice game.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? The DB's right near the line now, showing press coverage. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on 1st down.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Takes the handoff and tests the left side. Breaks loose at the 45. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. And he muscled out of bounds very close to the goal line. After the big gainer, suddenly a great chance to score. 1st and goal from the 3. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Aggies. Kirk, they were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and reach the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
Now they get set to kick it away. This one will be fair caught. Here comes the South Florida offense back on the field. They settled for a field goal last time. Let's see what they can come up with on this possession. They'll hand it off. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards, so 2nd and 6. The Bulls hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. Play action fake, looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's Wilson. Tackle after a solid gain. It's enough for a 1st down, and that should wrap up the 1st quarter of play.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Utah State 7, South Florida 3.
A new set of downs after that completion. On 1st down, it's play action. Now the senior tries to take a shot, but overthrows his man. Second and 10 here. And the wideout goes in motion. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Powerful running into the secondary. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down. The Bulls offense is on the move now. And now the run off the left tackle. Tackle made, but the gain moves the ball to the 30. The Bulls will line up on 1st and 10. Receiver in motion now. As a design quarterback keeper. Slides to avoid the big hit. The offense going with the hurry up. Testing the right side here. He's stopped, but he gets a 1st down. The Bulls are going to cash in here in the red zone. And then 1st down, right back to the running game.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle at the line of scrimmage.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces a defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards, didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
An important third down conversion coming here in the red zone. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. Crucial third down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? Can he get there on the ground? And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulls. Who says you need explosive plays, Kirk? That was a long, grinding scoring drive.
And think about this is the national championship, and you're able to execute like that against this quality of a defense, and that is a great job by the coordinator and the quarterback being in sync and putting together a heck of a drive.
The PAT puts him up 3. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. Utah State's offense back out on the field now. On that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
To the air, it's Warner. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. So it's 3rd and long from the 29. The defense play coverage or blitz. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Defense able to stop him. It's 4th down now. Offense is going to roll the dice and go for it inside their own 40. 4th down, looking to throw for it. Finds his receiver. That's enough for the first down. And the gain just good enough for a first down.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On 4th down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
First down here for this offense. And they'll use the ground game here. Nice run. He's brought down to the 44.
Chris, it's pretty surreal to get to the national championship in this day and age of college football when everybody wants to spread you out and throw the football. This offense has been pounding the rock all year long. And here, how about the first half? This back is having a big day.
Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 43. Can they keep the drive going or perhaps face a tough 4th down decision? And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Oh, the pass is picked off. And the ball to the ground. Offense keeps possession, recovers the fumble. Here comes the Utah State offense out there. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. First down, they're going to throw the football. And the freshman able to get home with the sack. They'll crank the tempo here for this next play. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. He's swarmed by the defense.
Well, heck, if they hadn't dug themselves such a big hole, what a positive play here, using that jet motion and that touch pass to pick up some huge yards and giving them a chance anyway of trying to come up with a first down.
Third down after that running play. It's a short completion to the tight end. Finding some room at the 25. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
Boy, a great job of coming up with a huge play by this offense. A nice pass by the quarterback, and you look at the time here before we get to the half. They got a real shot here to put a touchdown up on the board.
The offense now operating in the red zone. A pre-snap motion from the offense. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a first and goal now. A timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. First and goal. Great chance to take the lead before halftime. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Utah State.
Chris, that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown. He shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
So they'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. The extra point makes it a 4-point game. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. And here's the return from inside the 5. And the returner steps out at the 20. That's where the offense will take over. Offense back onto the field. It'd be a surprise if they took a risk here with the final seconds of the first half, backed up near their own end zone. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Grab down the middle. It's Brown. They bring him down, but he was fast enough to get that first down yardage. The Bulls looking to crank up the tempo a bit. And looking to throw now on first down. Tries to get it to the running back. He flips it to the back across the middle. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. To throw, it's Brown. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. He gets loose and able to pick up a solid gain there on the scramble. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. Looks like one more play here before halftime. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Caught on the outside. It's Wilson. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
You call a quick out on third down. I think that tells you the confidence you have in a quarterback to be able to make that throw. And on top of that, a little surprised the defense would give that kind of cushion to be able to give him room to pick up that first down.
Knocks that one right down the middle. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
14, South Florida, 13.
All right, let's get the second half going now. The kickoff team is out there. And the fair catch signaled for and take it. USF offense is back out there now. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Running out of time in the pocket. And it's incomplete, even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
In college football today, the quarterbacks get rid of the ball often so fast that this is a great example for young players on the defensive line. If you can't get to the quarterback, watch their eyes and try to get your hands up so when the ball comes, you can knock it away.
And the running back takes the handoff.
With the defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Great job by this defense once again on that third down, and now we get to fourth down. And you start to think about things here as we get into the second half, Chris. You go for it, you make it, everybody's happy. If you go for it on fourth down and you don't get it, now you're giving your opponent the football in pretty good field position.
And the returner will be brought down.
Will take over. First and 10.
And the Aggies offense is back on the field now. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Second down after that run on the previous play. There's the handoff. Good enough for first down yardage.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
That's an important first down on that running play. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
Brings up second down.
Short pass finds the tight end. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Second down after that previous play. Looking to throw. It's Warner. Receiver makes the grab. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down marker.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. He stopped short of the marker, so it's fourth down now. The ball near midfield. No punting team. The offense is going for it. And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down, just to get everybody on the same page. Well, no surprise here. They're already 2 for 2 on fourth down. Try to make it 3 for 3 here. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Timeout, Utah State.
The offense will go for it on this fourth down near midfield. And he drops back in the gun. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. Going the other way, can they catch him? That's a potential game changer, the pick and the big return.
Oh, how I love when this happens. The big dog up front is working hard and snatched his opportunity. Good for him.
Here comes the USF offense back on the field now. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Nice grab. It's Brown. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
We are in the age of the mobile quarterback, and you saw it right there. The ability to scramble out of the pocket, extend the play, and make passes like that is invaluable to the offense.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run, but look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Now it's third and short from the 22. You expect this is 4-down territory. Let's see what they do on third down. Try and muscle for the first down. Will he score here? Touchdown, South Florida. And they will claim the second half lead.
Chris, he broke free from the line of scrimmage. I thought he might have a 10 or 15-yard gain, but he shows you the speed that he has to take it all the way to the house.
And now the try for the two-point conversion. Scanning the field, it's Brown. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Hey, great job here by the defense on this conversion. Nice heads-up play to prevent the two-point try.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. 14. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Utah State's offense back out on the field now. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Oh, the sack is made there by the freshman. So from the 16-yard line, it's now 2nd and long. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. And looking for a big play here. That's the 3rd pick tonight thrown by this QB. Going the other way, can they stop him? And that's a solid return after the interception.
Chris, that is back-to-back drives right now for this quarterback and this offense. Nothing seems to be going right. The defense is doing a good job of confusing the quarterback, who's obviously throwing the ball into coverage. They've got to make some adjustments with their attack because right now it's not working.
Here comes the South Florida offense back on the field. They scored a touchdown in their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
That was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Here's the 2nd down play. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, USF. How important is that touchdown, Kirk? It's now a 2-possession game here in the 2nd half.
It's a great job of this offense with their execution and having situational awareness here in the 2nd half. They now have, as you said, Chris, this 2-possession lead. They got a great chance to finish it off and get a win.
Extra point knocked right down the middle. Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. He'll return it from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to bring him down. Here comes the Utah State offense out there. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Caught quickly. Brought down at the 28, and that's good enough for a 1st down. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback. New set of downs for the offense. 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Warner. That's the running back who makes the catch across the middle. He's brought down quickly as short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Page. Tackled at the 40. That'll earn a fresh set of downs. 1st down and 10. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down. Time for one more play here in the quarter. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. The pass is incomplete, but a flag down on the field. So let's check this out. So the quarterback lost track of where he was. He was all the way beyond the line of scrimmage before throwing that pass.
With the score, South Florida 26, Utah State 14.
A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on 3rd down. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete. The offense stays on the field down multiple possessions. Easy choice. No press here. The defense backing away. Quick throw to his receiver. Grab down the middle. It's Davis. The offense will set up on 1st and 10.
Just great execution here on this 4th down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the 1st down.
And that's just thrown away. A pretty obvious intentional grounding call. Yeah, here's the marker. 2nd down play coming up for this offense. Back to throw. It's Warner. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, and he dropped it. You do not see that very often from this guy. He's going to bring up 3rd down. Offense operating at high tempo now. No huddle. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. And he busts loose right down the middle. It's a foot race. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Aggies. That was an enormous touchdown. They're still behind, but it's a one-possession game, national championship on the line.
Yeah, the offense did their job to make this thing interesting. Now their opponent. What will their opponent do? Are they going to try to kill clock? Are they going to just try to run the football? Are they going to get aggressive and throw and try to score themselves? Still, a lot can happen here in these closing minutes.
And the PAT is good. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the hands team able to recover the football. Here comes the Bulls offense back onto the field. Suddenly, this is a tighter game. You'd love to build a drive, chew some clock. How aggressive will they get with the play call? And that run produces a decent game.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Dropping back, it's Brown. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
We'll see if the offense can move the chains off that incompletion. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Looking for a deep completion. Touchdown, Bulls. Just ran away from the defense. Now here comes the point after attempt. Extra point up and good, so the lead is 12 here in the 4th quarter. Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
South Florida, 33. Utah State, 21.
So no return on this one. Ball just bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Offense is back on the field now. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack.
Well, here we are in the national championship, and you always talk about offense. And it is. It's become an offensive game. But how fitting to see this defense. This team has a nice lead, and a large portion of that has to do with the way they've been able to get after this quarterback. That's the second sack in this game.
Receiver makes the catch. They bring him down after a short gain there. So ball at the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Stopped out at the 39, but good enough for a first down.
Good job up front by that offensive line, getting a good push to be able to allow the back to pick up this first down. This is an important drive for this offense. Now that they got a first down, they can open up this playbook and keep attacking this defense.
Looking to throw it on first down. Here's the target, and it's complete. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. So the ball placed right at midfield as the offense starts with a 1st and 10.
Hey, it's a nice gain here, and they get the first down to stop the clock. But late in the game, trailing by a couple of scores, these receivers have got to be thinking about getting out of bounds as often as they can to preserve that clock, to give them a real shot to come back to win it.
First down and 10 now. Scanning the field, it's Warner. Snags the quick throw. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Well, he continues to have time to throw the football, and he makes his defense pay for it. Now, they realized coming into this game, they had to take away his ability to throw the football downfield. But it's the receivers and their plays after the catch that's really giving them a hard time.
Looking to chuck it again. Finds his target. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. Offense now in the all-important red zone. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage. Here comes the up-tempo offense. First down, looking to throw the ball. Another interception. Wow, that's his 4th tonight. Brought down after a short return at the 24. What a crucial takeaway.
Just a great job of anticipating that and coming up with a big interception by this defense. Because they have this lead, they've really forced this offense to become one-dimensional. They're expecting the ball to be into the air. The defensive backs have their eyes on the ball, and they're able to capitalize with a big pick here in the national title.
The USF offense is back out there now. And, of course, they'll work the clock here, keep it on the ground. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
Using his legs. It's right. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, this is a huge third down coming up here, and here's where that chess match comes to head. And for the defense, they desperately need to make a play if they believe they have any chance of coming back to win this game.
And that's the 2-minute warning. This offense looking to run out the clock and secure an impressive win here today. This is a big third down play coming up. If they can get the stop, you have to believe we'd see a timeout. Looking downfield, it's Brown. They trap him and sack him back at the 10.
How about that? The defense does their job on third down and long. They get after that quarterback, and now it's 4th and forever. Coverage did its part. Let's not forget about that. Buying the pass rush enough time to get after the quarterback.
Now the defense appeared to jump before the snap, and the flag comes out. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. The Bulls will bring their punt team onto the field. It's a rough series for the offense, and now he's on to punt it away. Running it back, it's Turner. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. So the offense with the 1st and 10 now. The football placed exactly at midfield. Look him out throwing here to start the drive. Lets it go quickly. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. The clock is still running. They've got to get set quickly. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Oh, and it's incomplete. He flat out dropped what would have been a touchdown. 2nd down coming up now. Secondary backed up off the ball now. Defense is coming after him. The freshman's able to get home with a sack. They get to the line in a hurry here for this 3rd down. Back to throw. It's Warner. Looking for the wideout. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on 4th down. As a design quarterback keeper. And he'll get the 1st down yards before they finally bring him down. 4th down conversion gives him a fresh set of downs, but time is running out. Got to get to the line quickly. Snapping it from the red zone now. Looking to throw. Looking to scramble. On the move, trying to scramble for the 1st down. Comes up short. They'll crank up the tempo here on 2nd down. The time is running out. Defense trying to jam these receivers at the line. And they'll stop him short of the line to gain. The offense calls timeout with 17 seconds left.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Offense facing a 3rd down now. They can still get a 1st down without scoring. And the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. And that is interception number 5 as the nightmare performance continues. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Oh, man, Chris, I really thought this offense had a chance to get back into this game. The only thing you'd hate to see is the interception. But give credit to the defense. They come up with a big play that potentially ices the game.
Handoff to the right side. Tackle made, but he gets the ball out across the 20-yard line. Good game.
At the 21-yard line. Good enough for a 1st down.
And that'll do it. We have a national champion. Well, it wasn't a flawless performance, Kirby. They looked pretty good out there today and a very satisfying W.
Well, I think this group has a chance to do some really special things this year. They clearly have talent to be able to work with. And I've been impressed with how this head coach managed the game and led his team to a victory.
Well, that's going to do it for us and wrap up another outstanding season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. Officially, your kings of the college football world and national champions, the South Florida Bulls.